To accompany today's email about my compost pile, I'm sending you guys a short little video I made over the weekend talking about it. I hope you enjoy it. Hey brothers, thought I'd just do a quick video on turning the compost pile this morning. Daryl's been sending me over a lot of grass clippings and leaves, and my neighbors have been giving me a lot of leaves, so I had it all piled up there, and I thought it was just time I should turn it over. And I'm surprised how hot it's getting. It's really become warm, so I'm going to turn it over from the one pile into my new pile I started there. Now I tried to keep this grass fairly thin when I put it in here, but you could see it's growing off color. You see this white stuff on there, that means it's heating already, and it's getting quite hot, so it is definitely time that I turn it. And when I put it over in my new bin, now I'm starting to water it too. I'm not getting near enough water on it. I was supposed to water this thing before I put it together, and I didn't do that. I just piled it up, so I'm trying to fix all those things now. This is my cover crop. As you can see, it's really taken off. It's thick too, so I got some sweet peas in there and ryegrass and a bunch of other stuff, but it's really doing well. I've been cleaning it up from this year's growing, and I'm pulling the two rings out. I want to mix this stuff all up, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do next spring when I plant it. Either just bend it over, or we'll see if the frost kills everything this winter. I've been talking to Daryl about putting a fence around this thing. I'm going to have to put up a deer fence. It's something that's tight enough keeps the rabbits out too, but I'm not sure to go inside the rocks or outside this white pathway here. I'd really like to go outside the white pathway. That'd give me a whole lot more room inside, but I'll have to see what the cost is. Okay guys, I got my pile all moved. I've wetted it all down. One conclusion I've come to is that we've kind of been taught that this whole idea of aerobic and anaerobic is like a black and white thing. And after moving this pile, I'm seeing that's not true at all. I mean, the pile itself was not too hot, but there was individual clumps that were way too hot. So it's, I don't think that the idea here is that you're going to completely keep a pile aerobic. I mean, there's going to be spots anaerobic. So I see why the guys went to so much effort to put branches in and whatever they could do to get air to move through the things. Now I've wetted it down, I've made it a whole lot heavier, and as that stuff starts to sink down, it gets more and more compact, and it goes anaerobic. I think about the only thing I can really do is just change the pile every week. I'll just move my cage over and bring the pile back over and kind of mix it up and try to keep it going, but I don't know how I'm going to keep it aerobic. One thing I have been thinking about is I've been working this brush pile down that Daryl gave me a couple weeks ago, and I still don't have it chipped up. What I could do is next week when I turn my pile, if I have a lot of those tops, these smaller pieces of brush on top, I could add them into the compost pile, trying to get some air in through it instead of chipping everything. I'm not sure it's really wise that we shred everything into little grass clippings and little leaves. I noticed all those leaves that Daryl sent me over. I was amazed at how they had already started to compost. I mean, they were dry. I didn't put any water in them. He had shredded them. And there really wasn't any grass with them. And they're starting to heat up there already and break down. So, I think this carbon-nitrogen ratio is not exact. It just depends on what that ratio is and how fast it breaks down, but it all breaks down. So I'm still not sure about the whole composting thing, but I think by turning it every week and looking at it, I'll get a whole lot better view. Well, that's all I have for today. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I get some new information. Thanks for watching.